What's good, Dame Nation? This is your boy RR Damon. In today's video, I'm back with another underrated operators in Rainbow Six Siege video. If you haven't already seen my underrated defenders video, I'm gonna link it down below. Make sure you go ahead and check that out. Today, I'm talking about the most underrated attackers in Rainbow Six Siege as of Operation Parabellum. Now, the first operator on this list is Sophia, and the reason I include her on this list is because I don't think she's used as much as she should be. I think she's not really appreciated for how good she actually is and can be, and she needs more respect on that. I think people respect her as a good operator, as a solid person, but she does not get picked anywhere as near as she should be getting picked, and I really don't understand why. She's underrated because she's pretty much a better sledge. I feel like ever since they introduced Sophia, there's no reason to bring a sledge. I mean, they're both a 2 armor, 2 speed, but then again, Sophia's AR is so much better than the L85A2. And also, you don't have to walk up with a sledgehammer to the wall you're trying to get through. You just have this like grenade pellet that you just launch from as far as you want, and it'll instantly take out the wall. And on top of that, she has stuns, also part of her launcher, and that works great too for pushing objectives, disorienting people that are in the bombs, things like that. It's really like, I feel like the whole concussive effect in this game is kind of like not the best. Stun grenades are probably the least used gadget on attack, but really with Sophia, it can work really great in certain situations. So I think really she made Sledge obsolete. And on top of that, she's basically like a different Ashe, really. She's pretty much like a mixed Ashe and Sledge. But I think that she's just as good as Ashe because not only is her AR more accurate. Now, obviously, a lot of people have mastered the R4C, and when it's mastered, it's so powerful. But I think Sophia is just a lot easier to use, a lot better to learn, and just a lot more versatile in a lot of situations. And I feel like she should be used more because you can pretty much deploy her into any team, into any game mode, and she's gonna do good. And I think that that's why she's underrated. The next operator on the most underrated attackers of Rainbow Six Siege is Lion. Now, again, a lot of people may argue that he's not necessarily underrated, but then again, he went under a serious nerf a while back. I think it was like a couple of months ago. Obviously, nowhere as OP or as effective as he used to be, but I think a lot of people still sleep on how good he actually is. I think Ubisoft actually did a super good job on putting him in a great place where he should be in this game. He's not overpowered, but he's definitely very useful, and the reason is because of his calls. Now look, the calls, obviously, they don't work like they used to. Obviously, when he came out, it was a wall hack. You mark the enemies. They get tracked through walls for the entirety of the whole call. And that was pretty OP. But now they nerfed it. He has one less call, if I'm not wrong. And now if they move and they stop moving, they won't be marked anymore. So that's a pretty significant nerf because it already wasn't that hard to just stand still for a few seconds so you wouldn't get marked. But now you can pretty much move, stand still, and you'll be off the radar. And I think that's why a lot of the people think that it's not that useful anymore, but it's very useful for a lot of reasons. And that's because you can use it to distract because people still don't want to move. They don't want to get marked, so it's still doing its job. It's just not as overpowered or as unfair as it used to be. And it can really slow down rounds when you're planning, when you're pushing in, when you're doing whatever you have to do. A simple line call will change the way that the defenders are playing the game. They'll stand still. They'll be more cautious. That's how it works when Lion's on the team. They don't necessarily have to be tracked the entirety of the call to be effective. And that's why I think his gadget is really good. It's really useful, and I think he's still one of the most powerful operators in this game, even though he's not respected like that. And also, his primary, his vector, is insanely good. It has the drum mag, which is honestly really great. And the 50 rounds and the fact that it's so accurate and does great damage is honestly amazing. It's so comfortable. It's so easy to use, to manage. And honestly, it's probably my favorite attacking gun. And on top of that, he's just overall an operator that you can use on bomb really well. He's not really as versatile on maybe hostage or secure area, but on bomb, he's definitely someone that you want to have around. And the last operator that I'm going to have on this is Glaz. Now, it's really pretty much been a shipwreck with him because he's gone under so many buffs and nerfs, and now he received a little bit of an RPM buff like a month or two ago, but then they went and like just nerfed that and said, hey, you can't shoot that fast, and they went and lowered his damage again, so that sucks. But people still sleep on the fact that his sniper still does shoot relatively faster than he used to, And now, even though it's usually like a 3-shot, you throw in a smoke grenade inside of the bomb, and you're scouting the area out. If you know there's a Glaz on the team, you're hiding. And just knowing that there's a Glaz on the team really changes the way that the defenders play, because you're just not going to stick your head out in the open, because a good Glaz that really knows how to play Glaz will hit those shots. He'll probably get that in maybe just a couple of shots. If they get the headshot, it will. But obviously the headshots are a lot harder now. And if you hit him in the body, it's going to take a couple of shots. But if you have a Glaz that knows what he's doing, you're coordinating well with the team, it's pretty much going to go well. I think all the nerfs to Glaz have been pretty unnecessary. I think it was pretty ridiculous when he did receive that first thermal buff. But then again, it's not for so much. I don't think it was insanely overpowered when they nerfed it the first time. I think that they've definitely gone way too overboard. A sniper rifle should not take 3 shots to kill someone. It should not be that inaccurate. I feel like it's not even a sniper anymore at this point with the RPM changes. It's just, I don't know, like, just give him a bullet, 1 shot, 1 kill. Maybe a thermal sight, maybe not even. It's just, I don't know. That's pretty much a whole nother video right there for Glaz, but I still do think he's very effective because of how he changes the game. Now that's pretty much it, y'all. If you guys have any other attackers that you think are underrated, make sure you go ahead and drop it down below in the comments. I read comments, I respond to comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. More videos like this coming out soon. I'm out.